also, of course, that very exciting relay, which will be taking place a little bit later on, so don't miss that one. This next one, though, it's a combined event. It's the women's 200 metres freestyle for the S4 classification. We do have some S3 swimmers in this one, and there is one of them, Olga SVIDERSKA of Ukraine. She will be going in the outside lane. Cecilie KRISTIANSEN from Denmark in 2. Maryna VERBOVA, who won the backstroke event earlier with a great backstroke swim, the Ukrainian. Arjola TRIMI, well, we're looking forward to watching her, the world record holder. Mariia LAFINA, what a swim she had to win the individual medley yesterday. Natalia GAVRILYUK was a medalist in that medley. And in lane 7, it is the other S3 swimmer, Iuliia SHISHOVA. Arjola TRIMI, well, our freestyle is just as smooth as silk, isn't it, Liz?
Yes, she's got a textbook freestyle arm stroke, and you're a big fan, aren't you, Paul?
Absolutely. I think that Arjola TRIMI's head is like a rock when she's doing freestyle. It just never moves at all. She moves it to breathe, obviously, but apart from that, just a great technician on this freestyle stroke. Mariia LAFINA in that orange costume. Lane number 7, Iuliia SHISHOVA going from the dive, the youngster, but they're up and into their stroke, and there is Arjola TRIMI hitting the front.
Yeah, Arjola TRIMI will be the firm favourite for this event, but Olga SVIDERSKA and Iuliia SHISHOVA, the two S3 swimmers in the outside lanes, both entering without an entry time, Paul, and we know how dangerous that can be. But this race is likely to be all about that freestyle maestro, Arjola TRIMI, in the middle lane. Disappointment for her last night in the 150 metre individual, touching the wall first, but then getting disqualified, so she'll want to put that to the back of her mind and make up for that this evening with another strong performance for the Italian swimmers.
And you saw that kind of push and swivel turn there. She has no power in her legs, all generated off the arms there as she goes into that turn.
Yeah, and she's got a brilliant stroke. We keep talking about it when we watch TRIMI swim freestyle, but because it doesn't get old, she's got no use of her legs, so they do just drag behind. So she uses that high elbow, long stretch stroke of the freestyle, the flat, the still head, the flat breathing, to minimize the drag that she's getting from those legs trailing behind her.
Watch her go around this turn here. She goes into the corner. It's a diagonal movement, pushes off with the hand, and she's away.
Yeah, that will be a technique that she's worked on to develop to minimize the time loss and the momentum loss that she experiences as she goes around that wall. And we actually see that she starts to turn before she gets to the wall with that front hand and uses the backhand as the propulsion off of the wall.
Well, it is very, very successful for Arjola TRIMI. Look at that head. It's like an arrow in the water. She has got a textbook freestyle, as you said, and she is leading by a large margin here, Arjola TRIMI. She's coming now to the final turn, and she is well on world record pace, I can tell you, well inside world record pace. Really, really good swimming so far from Arjola TRIMI. In second place, it is LAFINA from Ukraine, and in third position it looks like it is SVIDERSKA from Ukraine, but here comes TRIMI, Liz. It must be a world record. The world record must be on here.
Yeah, well, when you're that side in, unless you've gone out too hard and you really pay for it, as we saw with the men in the last race, dying off a bit, feeling the burn. But her stroke is not dropping here. She's maintaining the stroke rate. She's maintaining the stroke length. And that's important as we come into this final 5 meters.
Well, the world record stands at 3:12.32. She is slowing, but 3:12.32 must be on now. It is on. It's 3:10.61. It is a world record time for Arjola TRIMI. It is another fantastic swim from this great Italian freestyler. Mariia LAFINA is in for the silver medal position, and it looks like it is Olga SVIDERSKA coming in for the bronze medal position. And Olga SVIDERSKA's time 3:31.98, but a fantastic swim there from Arjola TRIMI. The world record was on all the way through that swim, and she did maybe just tie up a bit at the end, but it didn't matter, and it's a fantastic swim there from Arjola TRIMI of Italy.
Yeah, she'll be over the moon with that swim. There we are, see her smiling, putting to bed that unfortunate result from last night in that 150 metre individual medley, but there was never any doubt. She was always the favourite, and with that textbook freestyle, there's no pause in her stroke. She maintained the stroke rate, she led from start to finish, and she's just such a strong swimmer, Paul, but more so a strong freestyler.
Head is as steady as a rock before she breathes there. There's that turn. Swivel turn, you said, pushing off with the back of the hand. She has worked on that. She's worked so hard on this technique, and her splits were actually, she didn't drop off too much. She kept up pretty steady all the way through, as we saw with the other Italian swimmers earlier this evening. And the Italian squad is really strong going into the Rio Paralympic Games. They could have a number of medalists out there.
Definitely, and as we keep saying, everybody's favourite national anthem other than their own, so we'll get the opportunity to hear it again once those results are confirmed.
And Arjola TRIMI wins the 200 freestyle in the S4 class in a world record time of 3:10.61. It's silver and bronze to Ukraine, LAFINA and SVIDERSKA.